Okay, so Pagan and myself are sleeping in the night cat tonight. Night cat one-person cot tent. So you should still be able to see okay in here. So all I've got is my jungle snug pack sleeping bag. Good little sleeping bag, especially when it's warm weather like this. It does unzip completely, so you can fold it out to a blanket if you wanted to, and it has got a mosquito net built into the face because it's like a hood with it. And underneath that I've just my military close cell foam mat with a very thin foam mat underneath that, just to stop this sliding. So this is going to be our bedroom for the night, and we want to test it out. Going to be a test to see if Pagan fits in here okay. So let's kick my shoes off. But yeah, looking forward to trying it out. So it might be just a few seconds, just while I try and get Pagan in here. Sis, come on. Come on, in. Good boy. Right, sit down. I've got him in. Come here. There you go. Some treats to make life a lot better now, won't they? Okay, and as you can see up there, got just basically me head torch. It's really bright. I'm probably going to leave the door open tonight, just for some extra ventilation. But as you can see, Pagan, sit down there. Pagan, sit down. Good boy. And he seems to have his own room. So yeah, that should be us for the night. So unless anything untoward happens, I will get back to you in the morning. Like I said, I'm going to leave the side door here open. Tonight is a warm night, and normally I'd have my British Army sleeping bag, my Arctic sleeping bag, which I'll be using this, which is a lot warmer, and they're really good. Not the modular one, the older one and that, but they seem to be a lot better. So yeah, in night cat tonight. We're trying not out camping, see how Pagan gets on with it. If he starts getting restless, I may have to close the door. But feels fairly secure, so nothing happens. I'll see you in the morning. Bye for now. Okay, so stayed in the night cat last night, and I must admit, it was very comfortable. I mean, Pagan took a little time to settle down, but I think more than anything is because, again, in the back garden, we get a lot of noise, from the area around here. And also some fireworks going. So they sort of disturbed him a bit. But then settled down. Said we had the door open. So there's no condensation at all. Come on, Pagan. But the mattress, or should I say the cot, come on, good boy, was really comfortable. Pagan, stop pulling. See, he's got his new harness on. That's his army harness. I'll tell you what, it's really good. Stop it. But yeah, very impressed with the night-capped cot tent. And I have to be honest, I think it's my favourite out of the lot. I mean, there's enough room in there just to get in your basic stuff. You know, I mean, when you go camping, you don't need to take a lot with you. Really. You know, I always take a bit too much. Just because, again, I'm used to it, you know, being in the army. You know, it's one thing we had in the army was we always had to be prepared to move, and move quickly. Oh, sorry, Pagan, go around the wrong way. You know, should we get attacked, we have to bug out quickly. And it took me a long, long time to get out of that, and to get out of that mentality to where I can go camping and I can relax. You know, not have everything packed all the time. You know, for quite a long time I did feel sort of very, very uncomfortable if I didn't have stuff packed away. But over the years I've changed. Pagan, come here. And, but yeah, with the night cat, you got that sort of closed-in vestibule at the back, you know, where you can put anything you want, and your rucksack. I say, it would just be handy if you had access to that rear vestibule from inside the bug net. And maybe it's something they may look at in the future. But that wouldn't say the tent's no good based on that. You know, it's a small, minor little thing. And then you got the bigger vestibule out of the front. You know, with them doors closed, everything's going to be kept in it. Nice, secure. Out of the rain or anything. So yeah, really, really impressed. I mean, it's easy to put up, take down. It's a smaller footprint completely from the other tents, which makes it more versatile. And it's going to be easy to pack away and, you know, sort of carry the other tents. The other tents are good, don't get me wrong. But if I was to rate this, I'd certainly give it a 9.5 out of 10. You know, I had a great night's sleep in it, comfortable. So, a little bit of update. I went to the dentist. I ended up having that tooth extracted. And I've got to go back in a month now to have a new set of dentures fitted. I must admit, the dentist was really good. And I was booked in to see sort of a normal dentist. And I got there quite early before the dentist opened because I had to get a taxi in. This way, come on. There I was sitting there, my appointment was at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock come. And I was sat inside, seen the reception, booked in. And this is 9:05, 9:10. And then eventually one of the receptionists come through and said, look, the dentist, he's just rung us, he's had a blowout on the way in. Don't know how long it'd be. So there's another 2 people waiting to see him at this point. And they both said, well, look, if it's easy, we'll just cancel. We'll come back another day if you just book us in now. And one receptionist, come on, Peg, good boy, said to me, what do you want to do? I said, well, I had to get a taxi in. It cost me £10. I said, so I don't really want to spend the money to waste the journey. I said, is it all right if I wait? She goes, yeah, of course. I don't know how long it's going to be, though. I said, that's fine. So pleasant, they offered me a cup of coffee, and apologised and everything. So it got to about 9:30. Still no dentist. But anyway, this other guy come in, and he's the lead clinician there. He's very, very good. He mainly does just private work now. And he had his son with him, so he was obviously on holiday. And then one of the receptionists, nephew had been, had been looking after me sort of thing. They went into a room downstairs. Next thing she comes out, she goes, look, he's on holiday, but he's willing to see you now quickly. And a normal procedure is, and like they were saying at reception, even if you need a tooth extracted, they won't do it there and then. They'll book you another appointment for that to come back in a few days. An emergency appointment don't last so long, and it is just a consultation. So she said, oh, I'll see you now. So I went in. And he apologised for not being in, the dental gown and everything, explained he was on holiday. I said, no, it's fine. I don't mind, thank you. See me. So look, he said, right, that definitely needs to come out. So let's do it now. So actually it was a bonus for me, because had I seen my own dentist, it would have been, I've got to go back later this week. Again, costing me money. So give me an injection in my mouth. And they put this like a metal thing. And they just test, see how the tooth has reacted to the anaesthetic and I felt it. He said, oh no, need a bit more. He said, he definitely have had or still got an infection in there. He said, because the anaesthetic doesn't work as well if you've got an infection in it. So he put some more in, he said, and the next thing I know, he says, right, you might feel a bit of pressure. And I thought he was going to put another injection in. But all of a sudden I heard some crunching and cracking in my mouth. And that was it. It was out. No felt thing. And I say, with this dentist, he is meant to be really, really good. And he only really does private work. But he said, I'll see you in a month. I'll make you some nice dentures now. So as I come out, I saw him nice. I said, thanks for getting us in. She goes, yeah, no, but she goes, look, I'm going to book you in with him. She goes, he normally doesn't do NHS. You know, he just does the private work, implants and everything. But the thing is, she goes, you're getting the best. You get the same as any of the private clients do if you got him. And he has said that he wants to see you, so I'm booking you in with him in a month. So, yeah, I'm really chuffed about that. Worked out for the best, but I can't knock them, you know. Genix staff are really nice, friendly, sportive. You know, nothing's no trouble to them. Come on, Peggy, this way, darling. But yeah, overall, that got done. Some messaged me the other day. And what we're going to do when we go camping at my friend's, we're going to build a fire pit up there, a proper one. You know, some sand and gravel in. Come on. Stones around the edge. Because I think I mentioned it before. On the our old fire pit used to be inside of a washing machine or tumble dryer, and it was a fantastic fire pit because it got all the holes in it. You know, drew the air from all directions. It used to rage. But they messaged me and said, we'll build a proper fire pit with a proper grill over the top and everything else. Well, I've got quite a bit of stuff I can use for it, like the grill and everything. So that'll be good. So sounds like we'll be going there again soon. So yeah, really impressed with the night cat tent. Really good. Well built. Nice and sturdy. Obviously, going into yet another heat wave. I think it's the 5th one this week. We've had very little rain, so not had a chance to check it in the rain yet, but I'm sure it'll be fine. You know, it all looks good. So yeah, very happy with it. So I'll end the video there, guys. Just a quick one, this one, just to catch up. But I hope you're all good. Everything's going well for you. I hope you'll be able to get out in this nice weather. You know, it's holiday season, so I hope you have a nice holiday wherever you're going. Simba's gone home now after his holiday at his granddad's. And with Pagan. But yeah, I hope you're all good. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.